Ooh. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Some good stuff right there. What's up, Cowboy? Ho. Cowboys friends, family, and music lovers. What's going on? It's your boy Foots the King. Hey man, make sure y'all check out my music too, man. I'm a student in the game, man. I'm listening to Curtis Mayfield on a Sunday. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Foots the King, and I'm here, man. First telling y'all thank you. And now let's talk some football. So a lot has been going on free agency wise with this team, and a bunch of people have been asking me to make videos on my thoughts and basically, what do I think? How does this affect our draft? Well, I'm going to kind of hit two areas of the Cowboys in one video. Obviously, it's been a lot going on, but that's not nothing that Cowboys fans or, you know, people who hate or like the Cowboys, that shouldn't be nothing new to us. There's always something going on in Cowboy land, in Jerry World, whatever you want to call it. But it's interesting because of our cap space, it's a lot going on, meaning that a lot of players are leaving, departing. So just to go over and just to kind of recap the moves, Bryce Butler has been signed. Terrence Williams has been signed. 1-year deal for Bryce Butler. Terrence Williams is locked up for 4 years. I'll get to my thoughts on those in a second. Ron Leary left. I'll get to my thoughts on those. He got $20 million guaranteed in Denver. Jack Crawford left. Has a 3-year deal with the Falcons. David Irving is still here. Terrell McLain left. 4-year deal with the Skins. Yeah, I didn't know about that one. But to each his own. I don't know about the position fit or the scheme fit there. And Barry Church and J.J. Wilcox leaving. And then news broke over the weekend that Doug Free will be retiring. And obviously, we know it's just a matter of when Tony Romo will be released. So, all that being said, what does this mean? Well, Barry Church and J.J. Wilcox, let's go over those two. I think that, you know, as much as I love both players, for what they got, Dallas just couldn't afford them. And you thinking about J.J. Wilcox, this is a guy who wasn't even going to make the team come training camp. Now, he did play well, came up, made some flashy hits, made some big hits. Coverage was still, and so to say that it's a major. See, this is what we got to remember, Cowboys fans. The days of us spending a lot in free agency, it's over. With Will McClay, with Stephen Jones, the Cowboys believe that they could find patchwork free agents like some of the guys they brought in. Stephen P. and Nolan Carroll and DeMontre Moore. We believe that we could find patchwork free agents on the cheap, not overpaid. We'll have our cornerstones because you got to understand, teams with a lot of cap space, i.e. the Browns, i.e. all these other bad teams, just because they don't sign their own players. It's because they don't draft and develop. We're getting rid of guys that we found later in the draft. You even looking at J.J. Wilcox, 3rd-round pick from Georgia State. The point is that we develop players, and sometimes you just can't keep everybody. That's why you have to be a developmental team, and that's why you have to keep competition at every area of your roster. And I think the Dallas Cowboys have done a good job of that, minus quarterback the last, several years. So with that being said, I think that the safeties are replaceable. The draft, maybe you could look at a couple other free agents. I love Barry Church. And, Barry Church will be missed. Wilcox, not so much, but Barry Church will be missed just because of how smart of a player he was. Kind of like a team captain-esque. Very good tackler. Not the best in space as far as coverage-wise, but brought a lot to this team and was a good pro. I'm happy for him. Terrell McLain, this is a sneaky one because against the run, Terrell McLain played very, very well. So is he somebody that we will miss? Maybe. He spent his first year, he was on a 2-year deal. His first year, he was extremely hurt. I didn't even know he'd be this good. Let me turn it down a little bit more, y'all. Make sure y'all can hear me. I didn't realize how good he was. I didn't realize how good Terrell McLain was against the run. come in. Run fits was very good. Him and Malik Collins basically held the middle of that defense down all year. Our run defense was very good. So this will be one that we will miss, and maybe we will address it in the draft later in rounds, because the top of the draft, D tackle, is pretty much Jonathan Allen or bust to me. A couple other guys, but nobody worth taking a second or first on. It's other needs that we have, corner being one. Ron Leary and Doug Free are the two that I think are the most significant. Just when you talk about that line, Ron Leary might have been the best player that we lost. And just when you talk about Ron Leary, the fact that he lost his job and was able to, have a good attitude about it, lost his job to Lyle Collins. Lyle Collins gets hurt. He comes in, he doesn't pout, he plays good. He was often like the forgotten man on that line. It's always Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, and Travis Frederick who get a lot of the praise. But Ron Leary in the run game is extremely good. Like, Ron Leary was a great player. So that's somebody we're going to miss. And Doug Free on that right tackle. Everybody wants to compare him to Tyron. Your right tackle will never be as good as your left tackle. Your left tackle is supposed to be your stud. He's protecting your quarterback's blind side. But, Doug Free was a very serviceable pro. He will be missed as well. Now, what do we do with that? Do we kick Lyle out? I'm hearing that they want to keep Lyle at guard. Does that mean Chaz Green, or does that mean that we draft a right tackle? Who knows what's going to happen, Cowboys fans? Get in my comments. Let me know what y'all think. Now, quick hits, draft needs. Well, this changes a lot, because at corner, I still want to go high corner. Definitely going to need to look safety at some point. I can't trust Kayvon Frazier and Jeff Heath, and Byron Jones may be moving back to corner, and he's already our free safety. So we need to get depth at safety, and I think that we can upgrade guys like Budda Baker, guys like, who knows what's going to happen with this safety class. Malik Hooker could fall because of the injury. I doubt it. But, even Obi Melanfon, I wouldn't go there. I like Budda Baker as somebody in the first, second round. He won't be there in the second, but if he was in the first, if you want to pull that plug, maybe trade back, and if you could still get him, and maybe acquire, later picks on in this draft. Corner is so deep. I've heard the idea floated around. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Desmond King. Maybe drafting him, converting him to a safety. He tackles well, he covers decently, but he's not the fastest athlete. But if he's smart, which he is, and he understands zone concepts very well, maybe you can convert him to a safety. You have to remember that's kind of what we did with Byron Jones. He played corner, we converted him to safety, and he hasn't missed a beat. Draft needs. Now it's looking like Dallas can truly take best player available. The Cowboys are screaming they want DN. Well, where we pick at 28, if we don't move, we probably will get wiped out. I would love for Derek Barnett to fall. It's probably not going to happen. So what do we do from here? Do we go corner? Do we go receiver? Well, you just locked up two of your receivers from last year, so that may be wiped out. Do you go the best tackle available? Maybe one of those tackles like Cam Robinson slip, and you say, you know what? We'll just draft another O-lineman. We've hit on them already. Do you go D-tackle if one of the best D-tackles slips? Let me know what y'all think, Cowboys fans. Y'all know I do a bunch of draft coverage, but that's my thing I pride myself on. I want to, have conversation with you all. So this is like the first of many videos to come, but I wanted to let free agency play out because everybody's making these mock drafts and doing all these things. But as you can see, things can change like that. I'll give you an example. Philadelphia, everybody had them drafting a receiver. Oh, they're going to get Mike Williams. Oh, they're going to get Corey Davis. Oh, they're going to get John Ross. Well, they just got two free agents basically to offset each other, and that makes perfect sense for their needs. They just got Torrey Smith, and they just got Alshon Jeffries. Both players can play off each other. So that's how free agency changes things. So there's no point in doing 20 mock drafts when free agency just comes and wipes everything away. Now our needs just changed. Maybe now we do need an O-lineman. You see what I'm saying, Cowboys fans? So listen, let me know what you guys think of this video. Like, share, subscribe. Get in my comments. And let's talk. Let's talk about these things. I'm going to do a couple more mock drafts, but not many. And then once we draft and we hit on these picks, I'm going to just start chewing away and letting you guys know what I think. All right, y'all. It's Foots the King. I'm out on this good Sunday. Gonna listen to some more Curtis Mayfield. Make sure y'all check out my music. Follow me. Like, share, subscribe.